Good morning. I am Dr. Monica Khetarpal. I am Associate Professor of Physics in Government Dungar College, Bikaner. My lecture is on superconductivity. This is a topic of MSc Final Physics. In my previous lectures, I have taught you what is superconductivity and Meissner effect. So, I am giving you a brief description of what I have taught in my earlier lectures. What are superconductors? Superconductors are the materials which possess zero resistivity, that means infinite conductivity below a temperature called transition temperature. Superconductivity is temperature dependent property. Earlier we have also discussed the Meissner effect. Meissner effect states that magnetic field B is zero inside a superconductor, whether it is simply connected or multiply connected. That means magnetic field cannot penetrate inside the superconductor. This differentiates superconductors from the normal conductors. We have already shown that it is not necessary that good conductors are superconductors. For example, silver, which is the best conductor of electricity, is not superconductor, even by varying the temperature. Now, I am moving over to the properties of superconductor. The first property is the zero resistance and transition temperature. As I have already discussed about critical temperature, Tc. Below a certain temperature called critical temperature Tc, the resistivity of certain materials and alloys disappear, that is, substances become superconductor. The transition temperature is denoted by Tc. This is the most important property of superconductor. Now I am switching over to the next property, that is persistent current. I am taking a superconductor in the form of a ring. Now in this superconductor, current is induced by electromagnetic induction, and now I am withdrawing the magnetic source. It has been found that this current continue to persist in the superconductor with the undiminished strength up till a long time. Such current is called persistent current. Now, third property is the critical field. Superconductivity is temperature dependent property. Now I am stating it is also magnetic field dependent property. As below Tc, the material is superconductor, and above Tc, the material is normal. Hence, variation of temperature can vary the property of a material. Similarly, I am varying here the strength of magnetic field. I am considering the superconductor in a particular range of temperature and field strength. I am taking the material superconductor which is simply connected. The critical value of magnetic field that is needed to destroy the superconductivity is called critical magnetic field, and it is denoted by Hc. Here I have written the expression of critical magnetic field. Hc is related to the critical temperature as well as temperature. The relation being Hc is equal to H0 1 minus T upon Tc whole square. In this expression, Hc is the critical field at temperature T. H0 denotes the maximum critical field which is occurring at absolute zero. And this Tc, as I have already stated, is the critical temperature. At T equal to 0, critical magnetic field is maximum, and it is denoted here as H0. Now, this expression shows that Hc is dependent on temperature. I will be plotting the curve between HC and T, and it is shown that this curve is nearly parabolic in nature. This shows the curve between critical magnetic field. This is plotted on y-axis, and on x-axis it is plotted with temperature. Above and to the right of curve, the material is normal, and below the curve it will be superconductor. This is the point below which this is Tc, and this is a point below which the material will be superconductor. At this is 0 Kelvin, Hc has a value H0. So this shows that superconductivity is temperature dependent as well as it is magnetic field dependent. Fourth important property we have already discussed is the Misner effect, which shows that magnetic field will be zero inside the superconductor. Whether it is simply connected, for example sphere, whether it is multiply connected, for example in the form of a ring. We have here used the formula to show that Hc is temperature dependent. Hc is equal to H0 1 minus T upon Tc whole square. This is very important formula used to determine important characteristic properties of superconductor. For example, I am demonstrating this by using an numerical which has been in question paper 2018. For a specimen, we are given the critical field. There are two critical fields given at two temperatures, 14 Kelvin and 13 Kelvin temperature. We have to determine the transition temperature. Since we are given critical field, that means Hc is known to us. Hc at two temperatures, Hc and T are known. Using the above expression, we will be determining the transition temperature. The above expression was Hc is equal to H0 1 minus T upon Tc whole square. Since we are given two temperature range, so Hc1 is equal to H0 1 minus T1 upon Tc whole square. Second temperature is substituted as T2 and critical field as Hc2. The first temperature is 14. Here I have putting T1 to be 14 and Hc1 is given 1.4 into 10 to the power 5. This is substituted. Now second temperature, which is 13. In this expression T2 is 13 and the value of Hc2 given is 4.2 into 10 to the power 5. Using these two expressions, I am going to determine Tc. Since we don't know the value of H0, so by dividing these two expressions, we will cancel out H0 which is not known to us. So we are dividing these two expressions to find the value of Tc. Dividing these two expressions and solving these two expressions, I am finding the value of Tc. So from these two expressions, dividing them, I get Tc to be 14.47 Kelvin. This is the numerical which is of the year 2018 in the MGS University paper. Now this question can be extended. Here we have only determined the value of Tc by using the value of 2 Hc at two given temperatures. Now I am extending this question to find the critical field at two temperatures which are 0 Kelvin and 4.2 Kelvin. Since we know the formula of Hc is equal to H0 1 minus T upon Tc ka whole square. We have to find the value of Hc, but H0 is still not known. We have determined the value of Tc. Tc is now known to me. Here in the first part, Hc is known, T is known, Tc we have already determined. So we can determine the value of H0. So first we are going to determine the value of H0. Then we will determine the unknown magnetic field. Using the expression, putting the value of T1 which we have already used 14 and Hc1 to be 1.4 into 10 की power 5, we have determined the value of critical magnetic field at absolute 0. Calculating this, we get H0 to be 21.9 into 10 raised to power 5 ampere per meter. Now we have to calculate the value of critical field at 0 Kelvin. Using the above said formula, same formula, Hc is equal to H0 1 minus T upon Tc whole square. Already determined the value of H0, putting it here. Since T is 0, putting T to be 0, we get the critical field at T equal to 0 to be same as H0, that is equal to 21.9 into 10 की power 5. Now the another temperature given to me is 4.2 Kelvin. The critical magnetic field at this temperature will be, putting H0, 1 minus temperature is 4.2, Tc we have already determined, putting it, and after calculation I get Hc to be 20.05 into 10 raised to power 5 ampere per meter. I hope you all must have understand the electromagnetic properties which I taught you today. The most important conclusion of today's lecture is that superconductivity is temperature dependent property as well as magnetic field dependent property. There is a magnetic field known as critical magnetic field, below which the material will be superconductor and above which the material will behave as normal. And this Hc is also dependent on temperature. Hc has a value H0 1 minus T upon Tc whole square, H0 being the critical magnetic field at absolute 0. Thank you students.